Hello everyone, let's continue the lesson Lost Spring in this video. In the previous lesson, we came to know about the condition of women in Firozabad. After their marriage, they take care of the men of the house. When the male elders come, they hide their face, with the veil they have. Then we also came to know that they only do one profession, that is God given profession, that is bangle making. Everywhere they have got bangles, in the front yard, in the backyard, in the neighboring house, in the streets, everywhere they have got only bangles. So they don't know any other profession other than bangle making. That is what we came to know in the previous video. Now let us continue. Please follow the text. And in dark hutments next to lines of flames of flickering oil lamps sit boys and girls with their fathers and mothers, welding pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. Their eyes are made adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. Now let's understand this better with some explanation. The writer describes the environment where these bangle makers work. They were small, dark huts. The children would sit next to a line of oil lamps, whose flames were unsteady. They, along with their parents, joined the pieces of colored glass into circles called bangles. As they spent a lot of bright sunlight, many of them lost their eyesight before becoming adults. Before reaching their adulthood, they lost their eyesight because they are constantly exposed to light. They have never seen darkness. They were always inside the light. Dashing light during the day also. And let's continue the lesson. Please follow the text. Savita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, sits alongside an elderly woman, soldering pieces of glass. As her hands move mechanically like the tongues of machine, I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the bangles she helps make. It symbolizes an urban woman's suhag, speciousness in marriage. Now let's try to understand some meanings of the words first. Drab, what does it mean? Faded, colorless. Tongues, what does it mean? It is an instrument with two movable arms. An instrument with two movable arms used cut the end or join the end. Sanctity, it's a state of being sacred or holy. Auspiciousness, you all know. So it's a grace filled. That's the meaning of auspiciousness, graceful. Now let's understand it with some more explanation. See, here we find a girl named Savita. She wore a faded pink colored dress. She was sitting with an elderly woman and they were joining pieces of glasses to make bangles. Her hands moved like machine. Like machine she was doing it. She is used to do only that job. She is accustomed to do it. The writer wondered if Savita knew that bangles were sacred. In India, bangles are suggests auspicity. grace. Okay, good omen. They were good omen for a woman's wifehood. Okay, for a woman who is married, bangles are very important. Okay, so the writer wonders whether she is aware of it. Let's continue. Please follow the text. It will dawn on her suddenly one day when her head is draped with a red veil, her hands dyed red with henna, and red bangles rolled onto her wrists. She will then become a bride, like the old woman beside her, who became one many years ago. She still has bangles on her wrist, but no light in her eyes. Okay. Draped, what does it mean? Covered. Let's try to understand it with some explanation. Okay. She thought that Savita would realize this when she would become a bride. Okay, what she would realize? The sanctity in her bangles. That day, she would cover her head with a red colored veil, color her hands with henna, and wear red colored bangles on her wrist. Okay. So, the hands are colored with henna. Okay, women, they apply color on the hands like mardani and so on. The elderly woman sitting there next to her, she also had the same experience in her life. She also was a bride many years ago. Now also she wears bangles, but only difference is that now she does not have eyesight. She has lost the eyesight because of having worked constantly in the bangle making industry. Let's continue. Okay. Here you have got some expressions in Hindi. Ek waqt ser bhad khana bhi nahin kiya. She says in a voice drained of joy. She has not enjoyed even one full meal in her entire lifetime. That's what she has reaped. Her husband, an old man with a flowing beard, says, I know nothing except bangles. All I have done is to make a house for a family to live in. Okay. Now let's try to understand. Ser, what is the meaning? A unit of measuring quantity, that's the meaning of ser. Reaped, received as a benefit, that's the meaning of reaped. Now the explanation. The elderly woman complained that she had not eaten even a share of food, 1 square meal a day. Okay. Share is a unit of measuring quantity. The woman wants to say that they are so poor that they cannot eat enough food. That is the benefit that she has received by adopting the profession of bangle making. They are not able to eat even 1 square full meal a day, but still they are sticking on to that job only, that profession. The woman's husband has a flowing beard. He says that he does not know anything other than making bangles. All that he has been able to accomplish in his life is only to have a house, a roof over his head. Okay, a place to stay. Let's continue. Hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime. He has a roof over his head. Explanation of this line. The writer wonders that probably the old man has achieved what many in this world have not achieved. He has got a roof over his head, a shelter, a place to live in. Something which many other people have not achieved. At least he has got a secure place for him and for his family. Okay. So with this, let us continue this video. Please go through this lesson. Listen to this video again and again so that you will understand and learn the lesson. Okay. We shall proceed with the lesson in my forthcoming videos. Okay. Thank you.